more work on the west wall that way. How am I making my cleats? Well, this is kind of the more mundane, boring aspect of all this. Making the cleats is really simple. In my case, I'm ripping the pieces out of my waste products from the project of the cabinets over here, ripping them to 3.5 inches, splitting those at a 45 degree, and then going back around and cutting the sharp points off of the edges of the cleats. Because those can break off and get stuck inside the cleat itself. They can get dust in there and that won't go all the way down. A myriad of reasons. But what I'm going to do now is just do a quick rundown of doing one batch. And then I'm going to start fastening to the long wall over here, which is 8 feet. Yeah, I could go buy an 8-foot piece of plywood and rip them out, but have them rip it in the middle at 24. But I want to use up as much of my waste product as I can before I move on to buying more plywood. So let's rip some wood. So these are the ones I ripped here. I'm going to split them now. This is just a kind of a quick demo. I'm not going to do a whole video on the whole process, but the little leftover piece will actually get a 45 cut in it too, because it becomes a cleat. And what I'm doing now is just putting the cleats on the walls. We'll make other cleats as I need to put things on there as needed, as I build the mounting things for all my cleats. So now I want to tip it to 45 degrees. Got to bring the blade up. That's good enough. And now the measurement between the blade tooth right there and the saw itself is about 1.25 inches, I think. 1 3/8 actually. So I'll split the tooth right there at 1 3/8. And a little bit more that way. All right, so that's my 1 3/8. So now I run the blanks through like so, and I wind up with my 45s, 2 inches facing outward, and I put them on the wall with a bunch of 1.5 inch screws. So let's get this part done. Move some stuff out of the way. I need this for this. I know when you're rebuilding a shop, things are a mess. All right, these are all ripped out now, obviously. Now I want to take this Sharpie bit off here. Look, see this is here? You want to knock that off because if stuff gets in the behind there or whatever, the cleat won't go all the way down. Not super critical, but it's really a good idea, just for for fitting's sake. And now we go back to 90 degrees. Okay, there we go. And now I want to move the fence and the blade down a little. You don't need it that tall at all. I'm just knocking that little nib off. There's that one. Do a couple of checks to make sure it's going to be the same. Yeah, because it's a little off. There's that one. There's that one. There we go. Yeah, the middle cut wasn't as perfect as it could be. It doesn't need to be. So some of these are going to take a little bit more off the point than the other. Some will get more off the point than the others. It really doesn't matter in the long run. The bottom line is you get a cleat on the wall and it works. So let's do this now. So these are all ready to go on the wall now. So let's go over and I'll show you the process I use to put them on the wall, and then I'll do all the rest of them off camera. To the wall. Where I'm going to start, the first course is going to start at the edge of this surface mount outlet box, 1/4 inch above it or so. I don't know, I have to look over there. Actually, I'm going to start it at the same level as the first course over there, so I have a bit of symmetry. So let's get a measurement of that. That's 14 inches. Okay, so that's the mark right there. Huh, pen's dead. Time to throw that one out. So there's my mark. That's my first course. So I'll insert I'll screw in the first course, and then I'll show you the gauge block I use to go between the courses. They look like they're spaced rather close together, but since they're going to be wedged into each other, I've got about a 1/2 inch spacing between the hangers and the hangees. So if I want to, if I need to put a key in there or something to keep it from lifting up when I lift a tool, then I can do that without a problem. So let's get that first course in place. That's as simple as it is. I've got 4 screws. I'm using, get one of the dark ones, number 8 1.5" screws, focus, from McFeely's square drives. Always square drives, and I always get them from McFeely's, link in the description. So now I'm going to go and continue on putting all these up. Oh, well, let me demonstrate something real quick. This is the gauge block I was talking about. Goes like that. I've got 2 of them, so I can spread them out. And then the next piece goes up. Oops. This is a little longer one. Okay. Next piece goes up like this. Line it up by eye, and then screw it in place. And then you pull the gauge blocks out. And we're going to verify levelness. Yep, perfect. Now, some may think that I'm spacing these awful close together, but this falls in line with my infinite adjustability, infinite configuration, any way you want to go. This leaves a lot of room for moving stuff up and down, having them close together or not. So that's how I'm doing it. I'll go ahead and finish these out, and then I'll show you the quick shot of the finished product, and then we'll move on to the next video. There it is. This wall ready to go. And like I said, you know, these cleats will just drop in there very nicely, holding stuff. There will probably be a shelf here, coming out about this far. I'm not sure yet, but the rest I'm going to start moving these tools over to here, and then get this wall done. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do in the next video, but I think it might be the bench move. I have to build a new base for the bench. And I can probably do that off camera because it's just legs and some adjustments. But anyhow, there we go. First wall of cleats completely done. So it's time to do before and after shot, isn't it? I've got a before shot, now I have to do an after shot. Anyhow, make great things out of wood, folks.